So this is another page that they're really big on dating and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I guess they had asked this person a question and then they had responded. So the question that they had sent this expert that comes into dating goes, hi, any tips on how to handle a guy, parentheses, politely, asking if you plan to lose weight? I am not sure how to address this because I am trying to get back in shape, but I don't want to be with someone whose affection for me is contingent on my weight. She responds, This is going to be harsh, but you handled it by not seeing him again. You never want to be with someone who likes you only under certain conditions. I'm actually angry about it for you. The girl then, I guess, replied saying, thank you for validating how I feel. He said it so politely and so subtly, brought it up that it almost felt like I was overreacting. When I asked him for clarification, he said he should probably just drop it. This is the first time for me, definitely not a fun one. Thank you again. Then the lady responds, finally, of course you want someone to take you just as you are. I need to know. So again,
I have a feeling I know how you responded to it, but share with what you said.
So again, I'm going to read just the beginning really quick. Any tips on how to handle a guy politely asking on if you plan to lose weight? And I'm not even really sure how it started because, dude, I went down a wormhole with people.
You commented on the post itself.
I commented on the post, and I got torn to shreds by what I would like to assume is overweight
Did you
people.
comment under your personal IG or under the...
My personal.
Okay.
I would have ruined the brand if I did that. It would have lost followers.
Man, hey, listen, you'd be surprised. You know.
What do you think about that?
What do I think about that?
Yeah, let's start with that as I look for my answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I would never want to be with somebody that's overweight and doesn't take care of themselves. Straight up. Because that's a reflection of, you know, I don't want to say 100% everybody, but it's ultimately a reflection of how you feel about yourself at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't care. You know, I don't care about keeping it PC. This is what I do for a living. I'm very passionate about taking care of your body and the way you look and stuff like that. And, you know, I get it. Like,
I want to exclude like conditions, health concerns,
of course,
it's
whatever.
It sucks
is
that we have to say that.
Limiting. No, unfortunately, I have to say this because
Yeah.
everyone. As soon as I said what I said, I'm gonna look for it now. Yeah. As soon as I said what I said, everyone's like, "Oh, but not everyone's like that," or other people have health conditions. I'm like, I'm not saying that. Yeah. I think what I said was, hey, if your partner's if they let themselves go while you guys are dating. I mean, if I was letting myself go, I would want my partner to be like, exactly. Hey, like, you've been gaining a little weight, huh? It's going to bother me a little bit, probably.
And it affects all other aspects of the relationship as well.
That's what I was
Low
saying.
energy, sex is bad.
Less motivated,
you get more moody. It affects everything.
Exactly.
You
and
know?
also, you're not even as confident. There was a video of a guy that he said, he goes, oh, if you want the utmost confidence, it's the only way to accomplish that is if you can feel comfortable without your shirt on. Like, without your shirt on. Yeah, shirt off. Because if you're in shape and you feel good, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, damn, I look good.
Absolutely.
It's like there is nothing else that you can accomplish or do that is better than just knowing that you are in your peak performance and there's nothing that can change that.
That's simply why I have confidence.
Yeah.
I look at myself, this is my body of work, this is the amount of effort and time I've put into this body of mine.
You're proud of that.
Shit, let's go. You know?
And I don't understand how people, and I don't want to say that they're proud of not taking care of themselves, but it's like, I get, well, they should love me for who I am, and this is me, and it's like, well, if that is you, then find someone who accepts you that way. Yeah. But if you get in a relationship looking a certain way, I mean, if you want to gain weight and get fat, then you just kind of lied to the partner because you pretty much gave him this false package that he was expecting to be in the relationship. But if you want to take care of it yourself and you feel like you're letting yourself go, maybe you're gaining too much weight, or maybe you just stop working out. You during COVID, I'm sitting down all the time. You don't even know, right? And it's like, oh, maybe I should start doing something before I lose.
Let's also take this opportunity for whoever's watching or listening or reading this to reach out, and if they got any questions on how they need to lose weight and be more productive and active as well, like hit us up, hit me up, hit one of you guys up and ask them, yo, this is how I'm feeling, or what can I do to, you know, improve my fitness, or what should I be eating? Because that's what we do for a living. And even if it's not your occupation or your job, you guys would still love to help some people out and giving suggestions of why you look the way you do, and hey, maybe it can work for you as well. You know, so
Exactly.
we're not trying to bash somebody or say or belittle them in any way, but we want you to experience what we're experiencing in our best version of ourselves, and you should feel that kind of confidence and that kind of happiness as well, and success with as much energy as we're producing in this lifetime that you should be as well. You know,
I think the biggest problem is that before. If you were, let's say, overweight and going to the gym, people would feel like they were being made fun of.
Yeah.
Right? So then they said, well, I'm just not going to go to the gym and I'm going to accept this because I don't feel comfortable going to gyms.
They would get embarrassed.
So now there's these communities that say, okay, well, we accept you as you are. You don't feel like you need to. Like, there's no reason for you to go to the gym. You're perfect the way you are. Fine. If that's how you see yourself, fine. But you know it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, it's not healthy. If anything, what we want to do now is help people feel good, help people get in shape. Don't fall into these like fallacies of, oh no, it's okay, you don't have to be going to the gym. Before it was like, oh, okay, I can see why you were a little intimidated going to the gym because, oh, maybe they'll make fun of me. Now it's like, no, if anything, everyone wants to encourage you. Everybody wants to help you. And when I see someone who's overweight going to the gym, I'm like, good fucking shit. I'm like, I'm so happy. I'm like, this motherfucker made a choice to get the fuck up and show up, while everyone else who's back there probably still overweight watching this episode, you guys are choosing not to do shit. So if you're choosing to stay the way that you are, do not get upset that you're going to continue gaining weight while somebody else who's probably even bigger than you made the choice to get the fuck up and at least get their body moving.
Yeah,
if they can do it, why can't you?
It's not only that, man, that, you know, when you don't take care of yourself and you start gaining a little bit of weight and you're looking not as pretty as you used to before and stuff like that. Even what ends up happening is you build these insecurities.
Oh, it's frustrating, right? Yeah.
And that word that is so negative and can consume you so much, because if you're insecure, you're gonna make bad decisions. All right, it's gonna ruin relationships. Your mindset is completely off of what it should be, and you know, having an insecurity could be the death of any relationship that you're possibly in.
Dude, and sometimes it's not even the insecurity, it's just how your body responds to everything. And you said a little bit a while ago, like imagine if you had kids and you were overweight, you can now not go outside and play with them. Imagine you had diabetes, now you have to take all these fucking medications just so you don't fall to the floor and die. It's like, dude, you can just like take care of yourself so you can live that life. And everyone's like, whoa, my partner should do this, but it's like not even your partner, like the rest of your family. Getting up shouldn't be like, what is that, dude? Like, just for you to be functional and happy and just healthy overall, it's just going to translate to so many things else in your life. And the fact that people would just rather be like, well, no, this is how I am and I should be accepted this way. I mean, if that, find someone who will accept you then. But then don't get mad if you don't get chosen because of that.
Right. And don't get mad either if you're in a relationship and one person's letting themselves go and the other one isn't, you know, that the one that isn't is continuously pursuing other things and excited about certain things. Like, you know, you don't want to get brought down by the other person because of the mood that they're in of not taking care of themselves.
It's a good point.
And that's why I throw that word insecurity out so much, and why it could be the death of a relationship. Because if one person's feeling a certain way, unlike the other, then they're not going to continue connecting the way they did when they first met. You know?
I like what you said, where it's, imagine, because let's say you're feeling in top shape, but your partner then starts to, you know, they just choose not to, no effort into their fitness and their health, right? Either you get pulled down or you try to pull them up. But someone's going to have to give, unless there's just a complete disconnect and you go your separate ways. But there's going to come a choice where either you got to slow down to stay at their level because they're choosing not to move, or you can say, hey, move with me so we can go together. So I think that's where you have to find that balance.
Listen, I'm gonna go based off of my experience and what I've been going through this year and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why my relationship ended as well, because of insecurities. So what can an insecurity do? You're going to start making accusations. You're not comfortable with yourself, so you're trying to bring the other person down. You might, things in your mind start floating around that might not be true, but you're creating these things in your mind because you're not happy with yourself, So if you're not content and happy within your own body, you're not gonna. The energy you're gonna be projecting is gonna be the same onto your significant other, and then it's just gonna get sloppy and it's gonna get really bad and stuff like that.
It's like a cancer, dude. It just spreads, and it's hard to get out of that.
So
that fluke.
You know, in a relationship, both of you got to be at the same level when it comes to those kind of things. You know, if one person is trying to be healthy and active, the other one needs to be in that same place. Because if they're not, it's just going to be a slow separation occurring.
Yeah,
you know?
I think people, they should do what makes them happy. And you're the one that says it all the time. It's like, live the way that you want to live, you know, do what makes you happy. And you should attract, that will ultimately attract the right people around you that see the same way, see the same things that the way that you see it. So if you're big on traveling, the more you travel, the more you show it, the more you talk about it, the more you're going to be attracting these people that love to travel. Now you have something in common that it makes more sense to travel with them. But if I didn't like traveling and all you wanted to do is travel, sure, we can be friends about other things. Maybe we can find in common. But as a partner, imagine you then want to go on all these trips and she's like, I want to stay home.
Yeah.
It's going to drive you insane.
You're gonna grow apart. There's one part I did agree with that first comment or that post, because I don't agree with trying to change people. So if I meet you and you're this person, then I'm not gonna try to make you to be somebody else.
Right.
That could be weight. That could be anything. You can apply this to anything. So that I agree. I agree with, because I'm not gonna ask you if you're gonna plan on losing weight. Because if you already that weight,
right, then
we're not compatible. We're not, and I'm not gonna pursue you.
And you wouldn't want to either, because you gotta. You know, you got to be worried about yourself first in terms of taking care of yourself the right way. So now you got to put even more effort into trying to take care of somebody else as well. Nah.
Yeah.
Now, if you come to me and say, hey, Marvin, I want to lose weight, can you help me? I'm going to be the first person in line to kind of help you. And then down the line, if something comes out of it, that's a different story.
It's effort, though.
Effort, yeah, exactly. But it has to come from you. If you don't want to lose weight, I could try a million different things, and it's not going to be the end result that